this is a timeless reading for Leo. Today we're going to take a peek at various facets of your life, including relationships, wealth, and health. This is a general collective reading. So what I'm going to tell you is to get the best from this reading, I really do recommend you do some sort of grounding exercise and connect with collective energies. That's how this type of reading can be effective for you. If you're not familiar with any of those practices, I've dropped some suggestions in the description box below. So feel free to pause the video or do that connection while I'm shuffling, and I'll be right back for your reading. Leo, welcome. Okay, we've got the resistance card here as the general energy for this reading. When I'm looking at this card at the outset, I'm seeing this crow flying against very strong wind. The resistance is the wind, flying into the wind, and the feathers just coming right off of the crow. And it's interesting that he is flying in the same direction that these wands are pointing, some really fast moving communication possibly. All right, let's start with this resistance energy and see what the creator of this card has to say about the intention, and then we will talk about the tarot. Okay, so there may be a strong wind coming your way. However, you do have the ability to find a path with the least resistance. Have you ever seen a crow get thrown by the wind? The bird may get taken off guard, but it finds its balance again. Resistance brings an obstacle or adds friction to a situation. Ideas that once would have sailed into completion might now require some additional work. You may find a project or goal now requires an extra step to pass on to another phase. Resistance might manifest itself as a need for approval from an outside influence that takes longer to achieve. When resistance appears in a reading, you are asked to be adaptable and find the path of least resistance. Path of least resistance, okay? We've got something fast coming in here in career or energy. So let's take a couple cards and let's get some clarification in this area on the Eight of Wands. We've got our first card. These, we've got too many. Give me a minute. I don't take big chunks of cards. Okay, we've got the Star in reverse. Feeling a little uninspired. Ten of Wands in reverse. Feeling like you're working too hard and not getting anywhere. And Justice. I feel like some of these cards came out in that same area for another reading I did recently. Okay, so this section of the reading, I'm feeling you've been working really hard, too hard almost, and like nothing's coming of it, you know? There's like, you feel like you should have achieved your goal by now. You should have, the hard work should have paid it off by now, but it's not paying off. This is very similar to another energy with similar cards that I had for Aries earlier today. Right now, what you're seeing is you're feeling uninspired, you're feeling like you're working too hard, it's not worth it. You're really out of balance. Balance needs to come back to the situation, but I think that there's going to be a fast-moving communication coming in your direction that's going to provide some clarity on this resistance that you've been feeling. It's saying that you should find the why can't I say that? You're supposed to find the path of least resistance. Again, more of the same. The Chariot in reverse. This is not moving forward in balance, feeling like you're constantly in some sort of battle or conflict, fighting off others. That's the resistance energy. Okay, not bringing them out onto the deck here, but we've got High Priestess and Temperance that came out here. High Priestess is the next card. Oh, where'd it go? It was here, I swear. There was a High Priestess card. Now it's gone. And Temperance that came out. So just speaking to the need for clarity and balance around this situation. Okay, we're going to move on because there's not much coming here other than there is a fast communication coming through that's going to bring some balance to this situation. You've been definitely like spinning your wheels and feeling like you're getting nowhere in this. So that's a lot of the resistance energy that's coming in there. We've got the Ten of Cups here in reverse in an area of kind of your emotional well-being or relationships. And I can see how spinning your wheels at work and not feeling like you're getting anywhere feels like you're not ever getting to your Ten of Cups. So there could be some of that in that energy. But let's see what else. Is there any other clarification here on Ten of Cups reverse? We've got the Eight of Swords reverse. We've got the Strength card. And we've got the Three of Stones. All right, let's take a look at these cards a little more closely. You feel that something is stopping you from having that Ten of Cups, that perfect success. I do think that this is telling you that you're not blind to the truth, that there is maybe something that is truly standing in your way of achieving this perfect success. You do have the strength, emotional strength, fortitude that you need, and you are fully capable of getting to this Ten of Cups moment. There's definitely some collaboration. You may already be in some type of partnership, or why do I say that some of you are interested in a partnership with somebody at work, or you are in a partnership with someone at work? That feels like that will be the world for you. Oh. All right, I'm going to go off on a tangent here a little bit more of an intuitive, improvisational tangent here. But I do think for some of you, this is your Ten of Cups blocked is actually a desire for a romantic relationship with somebody that you work with. And there's something that you think is kind of stopping you from reaching out to that person or being able to have a relationship with that person right now, and you see this person as your world. This person is going to be, you see this person is going to be your Ten of Cups. Yes, we've got, this is like your Knight of Cups energy. You have your cup out there. You want them to fill your cup. Here's a strong desire towards this person. If it's not somebody that you work with, it may be you are actually working towards meeting somebody. You have not had a lot of success, I feel, for some of you in the area of romance. And I don't usually do romance reads, and I don't usually get romance vibes, but that's actually what I'm getting here is there is something standing in the way of you kind of achieving this perfect last step. You may have a lot of everything else that you feel like you need in life to be happy, but you're lacking in this one area, and it's kind of a strong foundation, a strong romantic partnership. And it doesn't mean that you're not married, by the way. You might just be unsatisfied in the current relationship that you're in. It needs more fire. But that's where your blockage in the wish fulfillment is. There's something that you feel is standing in your way. For some of you, you think the thing that's standing in your way is your strong independence. You're too independent. Seven of Wands. What's going on here? I was looking to this section of the read when Seven of Wands came to the floor. Let's start with this Temperance card in reverse, and then we'll come back to the Seven, see if he's got anything to say. Okay, so Temperance in reverse, an out of balance sort of energy. This is in an area of an action that you need to take. What action does Leo need to take? Oh, is that the Seven of Wands? High Priestess. Okay, well, there we have it. This energy is telling you this is the action you need to take to resolve this general energy, like the yuck that you're feeling in this energy right now. And you need to stop being in a position of inaction or in a place where you're people pleasing or you're trying to set yourself up for a perfect scenario that is unrealistic. There's something about this question that you have, this energy that you're bringing to the reading. And part of the resistance in this area is trying to achieve this perfect balance and then that's holding you back. Almost like it's a form of procrastination or a form of like telling yourself that, oh, once I do this thing, then I'll do that. Once I get to this point, then I can do that thing. Once this happens, then I'll do that. And it's always preventing you from actually taking the action. It's almost like a form of self-sabotage, actually, to constantly be raising the bar on yourself or setting a bar so high it's unachievable so you can never actually go after the thing that you deeply desire. And we have the Seven of Wands here saying, hey, turn that around. You actually need to go out and you need to fight for that thing. It's time to actually take action on this. Four of Cups clarifying, you need to stop sitting on this, stop ruminating on what it could be and what you don't have and how this should change and you just can't get there. And, use your intuition, move towards whatever it is that you want. You've got to help the universe help you by helping yourself. You've got to show them that you really want it by taking action for yourself. And that's the energy there. Is the action to take is action. Yeah. The action that you need to take is to take some sort of action towards that thing that you want. And maybe let it go of a little bit of self-sabotage that could be happening. If you're not aware of any self-sabotage that you're participating in, I can tell you as human beings, we're all probably self-sabotaging a good portion of the time when we're really concentrating on something that we want or desire. There may be some element of that that's very shadowy, that's hidden from ourselves that we're not paying attention to. I do think that prayer, meditation, journaling, especially dream journaling, like first thing in the morning, things like tarot, if you have a tarot self-practice, can be good at digging into shadow work and help you kind of see, oh gosh, maybe I'm doing that. And an example of this energy from my personal experience is like saying, okay, well, when all of the schedules are aligned and life slows down, then I'm going to get back to my regular exercise routine. Let's just be honest, I haven't had a regular exercise routine in like 6 years, okay? So that's how realistic that goal is. I feel like it's that kind of energy, That's my example for me. I'm not saying that's your example for you. Just using a real life personal example of that kind of energy. So you can see what I'm saying. We all do it to ourselves. Sometimes you got to laugh, and sometimes you got to look at it if you want it to change. Okay, in this area of kind of your mental space, so this is really lined up here. We've got the moon card, like some sort of secret. And since this is in the area of your well-being, particularly how you're thinking about things, like your clarity of mind. We've got the moon card there, and we actually receive the magician in reverse. This is telling me there is some self-deception going on here. So I'm getting the resistance can be coming from within to some extent. It doesn't mean that that's the only resistance that you have in your life. And I'm definitely not trying to make this feel like an icky reading, but I am trying to say that sometimes we need to take a close look at what we're doing to ourselves to prevent us from moving it forward, because we know that there's resistance and difficulty out in the world, things that are out of our control. But if we can look at ourselves, that's what we can control. That is within our control. And I think that this is telling us maybe just tiptoe in that direction, taking, stop fighting yourself here. Wounded warrior energy. So this Nine of Wands energy is, and maybe some of the self-deception that's going on is like you've constantly been fighting this battle and you've got nothing left to give, or no matter how hard you fight, you're never going to get this thing. And it's saying that there's some truth in that, okay? There's likely some truth in that, but you need to move on from having that mindset and move more into a positive mindset. That's going to be releasing things a little bit more. So it's not that you shouldn't recognize that you've had difficulties or you fought for something that didn't work out for you, but it's saying don't give up. Be persistent and work towards shifting any negative self-talk into something more of a positive self-talk, and however you may need to do it. Is that the Wonder Woman pose in front of the mirror? Have you read that study? I don't know, but it really is connecting here with this energy in your advice and spirit. We have the spirit guardian of summer, which is expansion. And this card, I love this card. This card, one, is so beautiful. Two, it really is the spirit of summer. We have got growth, abundance here. The fruit on the trees is popping. We've got a yellow bird here in the middle of this orchard, okay? And this is the expansion card. And this is a card that's telling you that if you rest, if you do not take action in your own life to achieve the things that you want to achieve. And by achievement, I don't mean you're striving for money, you're running a race, not in the standard achievement sense. But whatever it is that you're looking for to have in your life, to experience in your life, you need to be a participant in your life to make that happen. And that's what the expansion card is about. The expansion card is if you sit and wait for it to come to you, it will never come. And it will really dampen your spirit. But if you at least take the action to move towards that expansion, you're telling the universe, I'm ready, I want it, I am trying, I am going out there, I'm collaborating, I'm meeting people, I'm learning this new thing, I'm trying. That's the energy of expansion. The law of attraction, if you go out and you put that energy out into the world, you're going to be attracting that same energy for you yourself. And this is the energy that your spirit needs from you. Your spirit needs from you is celebration. It needs love and fun and support, getting together to celebrate, having a wine night, laughing, it needs, this is called abundance, and it really is, to me, true abundance. When you're getting together with other people that are really, really important to you, mean something to you, and you can just bond. connect, celebrate together. And in fact, it doesn't have to be the people that are most meaningful to you for you to have a wonderful, abundant celebration. It could be new people, new friendships, I'm just getting a lot of like getting out into the world and meeting new people and having, gatherings and stuff. Even if you're really introverted, every once in a while, it's nice to get out and be in the world, Okay, so the advice that we've got here is the 5 of Cups, loss of pleasure. Okay, this is definitely connected here. King of Wands in reverse, and the Death card, key 13. So we are being advised that you can experience this loss of pleasure if you don't go after it. It's everything that we were talking about here with this card. So knowing that it's not going to come to you, King of Wands energy in reverse, that you have to be a participant in your own life in order to bring forth what it is that you want. And I'm seeing here, I know I was talking romantic energy, but in this area of your emotions and relationships, I just feel in general you need more love in your life. And it doesn't have to be romantic love, but you are seeking more love in your life, and it could be friendships. And the way to do that is to go into the world and expose yourself to other people. And that can be really hard, especially if you're, in a season of life where you're not, young and connecting with friends at school, or you're not in that, when you're like single and you're used to like going out and being with friends all of the time, that sort of thing. It's like easy to grow your network and expand and meet new people. Even when you go to a new job, it seems like you're making friendships there and things like that. And it can be difficult as you get older and get into a routine and having responsibilities and things that limit your schedule. And so I think this is an energy for somebody you've lived a little bit of life already, is the energy that I'm getting. And just reminding you that you have all of that within you here. This is actually going to be transformative for you. The reason this is beautiful and wonderful advice is because if you had the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles and the Death card, right? There's not much transformation. I mean, what does the Death card mean when you're already at the top of the mountain? That's a whole nother interpretation. But here we are in a period where we're feeling a little stagnant, or where we could be feeling stagnant if we don't allow ourselves to be an active participant in our own life. Taking this energy and turning it around, or saying, this is not energy I want anymore. I want to move away from this energy. That's where the transformation is. And that's the advice, is recognizing that having this within you, having this energy, feeling this way, whether it's all of the time or periodically, it's not something to be afraid of. In fact, it is your strength in this transformation, because you're moving upward from here. 3 of Cups confirming, 8 of Wands here as well. You don't need to run. You don't need to run towards this abundance, but this is the advice that it's saying for you. We've got it here and here, just confirming what this energy is you need to bring this love into your life. You need to take action to go out, meet people, or reconnect with people that you already know. Start connecting again, start celebrating again. That celebration will bring more celebration. The law of attraction, bringing that celebration into your life, will have you celebrating more. You don't need to be charging forward. This is not chariot energy. You can move towards this transformation at your own pace.